Good morning. My name's Ryan Littlestone from ForexFlow.live. We kicked this week off with a bit of risk factor hitting the markets at the moment, and mainly to do with China. What we're seeing is today, particularly, we're seeing the situation in Hong Kong develop. Whether China is now going to start, going in pretty hard on all these protesters and actually, stepping right into Hong Kong. So that's hitting risk at the moment. We've seen yen buying, we've seen Swiss buying. One of the pairs I'm looking at for that at the moment is dollar yen. We've got a really, really big level down here at 105. We know there's barriers in play here. There's also stops in play. So if you look at it from the long range perspective, and I'm looking at the monthly chart here, we've really at a big level. We're down at the sort of flash crash previous lows, also the prior lows going back to 2017, 2018. So we're at a real potential crunch point here. Now, what I've set myself up today, because I think we've traded down to about 105, 15, 17, that sort of level today, is because I know there's all this action at the 105 level. I'm going with a sell stop just below, around about the 104.90 area, just to catch any break. There's no real value in selling it at market here, because if we don't have any further deterioration, then we could find a bottom. So the way I look to trade these big levels, if I can't trade into it, i.e. beforehand going down into it, so a sell, then what I'm looking to do is potentially grab a break. And if we know there's a big line in the sand here and we've got that at 105, then the simplest way to trade it is to go with a sell stop below the market, below this big level. If we hit those big stops, then we could get a trigger down further. But on the other side, I'll see how the market goes, because it is a big level here, and levels are levels until they're broken. So I may even be tempted by a small scalp long into this big 105 area. Either way, you can keep stops really, really tight. There's no need to risk more than 20, 25 pips, whichever way you go. And alternative, you can trade both at the same time. So you can go with a long and reverse that trade into a short with your stop below. Now, the other side of the coin, we've got more risk coming out of Italy. And all the politics going on there. We've got Salvini stamping his feet again today, threatening to pull his ministers from the government if they don't get this no confident vote that they're after. We've also got them stories out today saying that his party's looking to increase the deficit target to somewhere around 2.8%. Now, this had previously been promised around the 2.0, 2.1% mark. So a ramping up in the finances there is hitting euro again this morning. So again, that's another chart to look at. It's more of a short-term chart. We've got some intraday levels that have been pretty much playing all for the last week or so, and that's around the 1160 mark at the moment. We've seen a bounce just now off of that level. It was a level that going back to the end of July. And as we can see from the top side, we're really not making inroads into this 112 level. The highest we've got is 112.40 last week. So this is another one where you can trade the breaks, but on a much smaller scale. If we break below this 111.60 mark, then we should see a move down, possibly towards the 111. But with the euro, it's going to be a slow move. Conversely, if we get above this downtrend line above the market into the 112s, then again, we could push higher up. So here we have two scales, really. We've got dollar yen from the bigger wide picture, and we've got the euro dollar from a tighter intraday picture. And the premise is the same for trading it. You trade the edges, you trade the ranges, and if you get the breaks, you look to go with them. So that way you can capture the moves either way. In the case today, if you'd have bought off this 1160 level, and we've been highlighting that for the last week or so, you're 18, 20 pips in the green already. So that's the way we're going to look at it today. Risk is a big factor. We've virtually got no central bank action, no speakers or any data on the cards today. So it's really about how this situation in China plays out, and with Italian politics. That's going to be the theme for the days ahead. So I wish you all the luck for this week, and speak to you soon.